So you don't slur your speech.
All right, these are not on, so you know. Waiter's on. Ralph's on.
I want to know when I'm going to talk.
Okay, is Ralph on? Is Ralph's on?
Ralph's on.
All right, Jim, easy. Easy. Okay, so let's open this meeting for the reading of the tentative budget for 2019-2020. The treasurer, Ralph Walters, he'll go through the budget. At the end, if there's any questions or comments, that'll be the time to come up to the microphone and give us those comments. So Ralph, it's all yours.
And general fund appropriations, Board of Trustees, total of $24,838. The mayor, total $21,408. Treasurer, total $67,182. Budget officer, $2,650. Purchasing, $25,500.
A little slower. I'm not up to you. Go ahead.
Clerk, $221,653.
Rob, let me just say something. I think it's important for the public to know that when you read these amounts, that's obviously not salary. That includes, let's just take the clerk, the salary for the clerk, the salary for the TV person, equipment, computer program, contractual. So just so we know that, people know that that's not the clerk's salary. Okay, go ahead.
Attorney, $85,000. Engineer, $25,000. There's nothing in the code for elections. Buildings, $68,000. Central garage, $51,000. Technical support, $29,925. Unallocated insurance, $150,000. Municipal association dues, $2,500. Judgments and claims, $25,000. MTA tax, $7,500. Contingency, $75,000. Central communications, $268,539. Police department, $1,127,619. Traffic control, $12,098. On-street parking, $25,473. Fire department, $173,130. There's nothing in for safety inspection anymore. Registrar, $1,000. Street administration, $70,500. Street maintenance, $425,327. Street maintenance chips, $25,000. Snow removal, $106,800. Street lighting, $85,000. Sidewalks, $17,300. Parks, $52,700. Beautification, $24,600. Youth programs, $10,000. There's nothing budgeted for a historian. Celebration, $12,000. Senior Citizen Center, $10,000. There's no planning board appropriation anymore. Storm sewers, $11,500. Refuse and garbage, $3,500. Street cleaning, $9,000. Benefits, it's $1,408,199. Serial bonds, principal and interest, total $330,976. And transfers into the reserve fund, $100,000. Total general fund appropriations, $5,192,417. We'll go into the water fund. Engineer, $5,000. Property taxes, $41,500. Contingency, $62,200. Water administration, $13,000. Purification and filtration, $326,915. Transmission distribution, $69,550. Benefits, $91,790. Serial bonds, principal and interest, $81,910. Bond anticipation notes, principal and interest, $160,150. A amount going into the reserve fund, $10,000, and an interfund transfer to the general fund, $50,000. Total budget of $912,015. Sewer fund. Engineer, $5,000, contingency, $30,000, sewer administration, $13,000, sanitary sewers, $104,050, sewer treatment plant, $466,435, benefits, $148,740, serial bonds, principal and interest, $32,140. There are no more BANs outstanding currently, so there's nothing budgeted for that. Reserve fund, $10,000. An interfund transfer to the capital, $285,000, and to the general fund of $50,000. Total budget, $1,144,365.
Okay, we are going to have another budget workshop on Tuesday, Mary Jane, April the 9th at 6 p.m. It'll be should be our final, although it doesn't have to be, but we have to have this wrapped up by May 1. So Tuesday, the 9th of April will allow us another budget workshop to do anything we think needs to be done in or out. 6 o'clock. Is there any public comment?
About what was presented? Ray Devereaux on your part. I'm just curious, Ralph, if you have a summary of all the bans and the bonds outstanding overall.
Aren't they in here?
Well, I know individually, yes, but I'm just collectively, if there's
The total,
quite.
I don't have it here
In
available.
past years, and somebody said, 11
You know what, I
million.
might have it.
Okay.
Let me see 1 second, give me a second.
Right. There's only, I can tell you, there's only
Oh,
one
you want the
BAN
total?
outstanding, and that's 300,000.
I have it done individually, I don't have it total. I can tell the public, it's not the answer to your question because I don't have that answer here. I have individually, I guess they would just have to be added up. But 2018, 2019, this board has paid down $748,626. I can tell you the year before, this board paid down $891,460, which I think are pretty good amounts. The projection for this budget that we're reading off tonight would be a pay down of a tad over $605,000. But I don't have the total. I have individual. So that's what I have.
Okay. Thank you. It's great to have that figure.
I can let the public know something that we've talked about, the AIM, the AIM funding from the state. Looks like the state legislature has put it back in. It still has to be signed by the governor. But as they taketh, as they giveth, they taketh. And they'll be taking money from sales tax to give back the amount of money that they took. So what do you call that?
A wash.
It's not even a wash.
Call it Albany.
Yeah.
So that'll be that. But is there any other questions or comments? Yes.
Good evening, Joe Modlin, Highland Falls. It's more of a question, I guess. I'm still trying to understand the budget process. You're going to have a workshop on the 9th of April. When will the vote be, or what's the process for when the vote? I know you said the
At our
1st of May.
It has to be done, it'll be done April 15th
So at the next village board meeting, that's when you all will vote
on this budget.
on what the budget will be. And will you be taking comments and things like that between now and then?
Between now
And
and,
the 15th of April?
no, we'll be taking comments from now. We wanted them tonight, but there's a leadway up until Tuesday, April the 9th, next Tuesday.
Okay, all right, thank you very much.
Jim, if you have any questions, if you could forward them to me,
Okay.
I'd greatly appreciate that.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
But you should give them to the board, but he'll give it to me.
Okay.
Okay, is there anything else? If not, I'll have a motion to close the hearing on the tentative budget. I have a motion.
So moved.
Motion by trustee DeSalvo, is there a second? Second by trustee Howard, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried, thank you.
Mr. Mayor, we cannot have overloaded tax cap, and they want to let the public know.
Well, thank you, and we are. If you had read an article in the Times Herald Record, one would think maybe we weren't. Depends on, yeah. So we are below the tax cap.
We are at the tax
Yeah.
cap.
Didn't exceed it.
We didn't exceed it.
Okay.
And with this aim, if that comes back in, we might do some changes on the revenue side. But as of tonight, we are at the tax cap.
Thank you, Rob. Okay, so this meeting is closed, correct, Gina, on the minutes?
Yes.
And it's almost quarter of. I'll wait one more minute and we'll do a reorg. Ralph, thank you. Thanks for the time you put in. Thanks to the board for the time they put in. We worked this budget. I want to thank the department heads, John and the chief, and Jack Sibley at the water plant for helping. Your opinions and what you submit to us is important, and it helps us understand your departments much better than we probably would. So. Okay, so I'll open the meeting up at 6:45 for reorg. So this is mostly just a reading that I'll go through. The press has it. Give this to Jimmy. Give this to you. And now I'll read this here. As the mayor, I make the following appointments. Everything good over there, Sean?
Yes, sir.
Okay, buddy. Is there people over there? Okay. Is Gina there?
She's checking the TV.
Okay. So I make the following appointments. Deputy Mayor James Ramus. Police Commissioner James DeSalvo. Fire Commissioner Joseph D'Onofrio. Sanitation Wastewater Commissioner James Ramus. Street Commissioner Brian Howard. Recreation Commissioner Merv Livesey. Water Commissioner Merv Livesey. Building Commissioner, the Village Clerk Regina Taylor. Building Department Code Enforcement Merv Livesey. Disaster Preparedness Liaison James Ramus. Senior Citizen Liaison Joseph D'Onofrio. DPW Union Negotiator Brian Howard, James DeSalvo. Police Union Negotiators Brian Howard, James DeSalvo. Town Liaison Joseph D'Onofrio. School Liaison James DeSalvo. And the Mayor's Administrative Assistant as a volunteer, Paul Walker. Paul Walker. I would ask that the following be moved in acceptance through a motion. Deputy Village Clerk, Treasurer, Anna Sierra. Budget Officer, Ralph Walters. Bingo Inspector, Police Chief. Fair Housing Officer, Anna Sierra. The MWBE Officer, the Village Clerk, Regina Taylor. 911 Addressing Officer, Chief Scott. Bog Meadow Caretakers, and I'll probably add, but tonight, William Barron, Randy Mesh, James Ramus.
So moved.
Motion by Trustee DeSalvo, is there a second?
I can second it with a question.
Sure.
The attorney for the village is...
I'm not filling it tonight.
Okay.
You second them, do you second this?
Sure.
Okay. Seconded by Trustee Howard. All in favor?
Roll call.
Aye.
Oh, you want roll call? Okay.
Trustee Alward,
Aye.
trustee Ramus,
Aye.
trustee DeSalvo,
Yes.
Mayor Denocchio.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. I would ask that the following be made through a motion. Clerk, Regina Taylor. And I want to say something, and she doesn't like this, but it's okay. The folks in this community don't know what they have in Regina Taylor downstairs. You just don't know because you don't, only because you're not in the inside like we are. She deserves every penny that she gets. Treasurer Ralph Walters, Tax Collector Ralph Walters. May I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
Motion by Trustee Ramus, second by Trustee Howard. May I have roll call?
Trustee Alward,
Aye.
trustee Ramus,
Aye.
trustee DeSalvo,
Aye.
Mayor Denocchio.
Aye. Charlie, I see you over there. I thought you were going to take a night off.
No, I'm just near the door.
All right. I ask that through a motion, the following be made. The official depository for the village fund shall be J.P. Morgan Chase, HSBC Bank, USA, Orange County Trust, and Key Bank. The official newspaper of the Village of Highland Falls shall be the News of the Highlands, when needed, the Times Herald Record. All regular village board meetings will be held on the first Monday of each month at 7 p.m. at the Village Hall, 303 Main Street, Highland Falls, New York, 10928, and the third Monday of each month at 7 p.m. Bills and claims will be approved at each meeting. The official business hours of the village offices are 8:30 a.m. through 4 p.m. daily, except Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays. The annual inspection of village installations and streets will be held in June, a couple months from now. We'll pick a Saturday, and I really want to go to each facility that we have, okay? The annual inventory of village fixed assets shall be held during the month of June 2019. The mayor shall be authorized to sign checks to disperse village funds in the event of an emergency or in the absence of the treasurer, the deputy treasurer, and the village clerk. The appointment of J. Robert Fulchetti and Associates as the village engineer. Reimbursement rate for the authorized use of privately owned vehicles shall be determined by the IRS Federal Tax Guide. Rate for 2019 is 58 cents per mile. Pursuant to Section 281-1 of the New York State Bingo Commission rules and regulations, the bingo inspector, Police Chief Scott, is authorized to act in matters pertaining to bingo operations for the village board in the Village of Highland Falls. Discrimination and Harassment Committee is the police sergeant and the village clerk. Chief, if you would tell him that, okay, please? So that's a change from last year. That pursuant to Part 5600 of the Rules and Regulations of the Game of Chance, delegated to the following named officers the responsibility and the authority granted to them by law in relation to the issuance, amendment, and cancellation of license, the conduct of investigations, and the hearings, the supervision of the operation of games of chance, and the collection, utilization, and transmission of fees for a period of 1 year shall be the village clerk and the deputy village clerk. That pursuant to the village law 5-5246, the Board of Trustees authorizes payment in advance of audit and claims of public utility services, postage, freight, and express charges. All such claims must be presented at the next regular meeting for the audit, and the claimant of the office incurring the approving the claims are jointly and severely liable for any amount a Board of Trustees disallows. Pursuant to Chapter 12-12-2 of the Code of the Village of Highland Falls, the continuity of government in the event of the emergency disaster shall be as follows. Deputy Mayor George Dapper, William Barron, John Willis. Fire Commissioner Ken Palazzo, Ken Conley, and Eric Smith. Deputy Sanitation Joseph Belladone, Anthony Palella, and Eva Perez. Deputy Streets Commissioner Carlo Myers, Anthony Galou, Randy Mesh. Deputy Water Commissioners Jim McDonald, Mel Jennings, Arvell Brown. Deputy Chief of Police Thomas Pitt, George Fallon, Ray Mazares. Deputy Clerk Amy Belladone, Lily Mims, and Luci Roma. Deputy Treasurer Michael DeSalvo, George Biscup, and Harvey Green. If I could have a motion.
Can we break up, I'd ask that we break out A and vote on B through N first, and then do A separate.
What do you want to do?
I want
B?
to break out A. I want to take out A and do it in two different,
So you want to do B,
B through
N?
N first, and then do
Or
A.
you make the motion.
I'll make a motion we approve B, letters B through N.
And is there a second?
I'll second that.
May I have roll call?
Trustee Alward,
Aye.
trustee Ramus,
Aye.
trustee DeSalvo,
Aye.
Mayor D'Onofrio.
Aye, motion carries. And now I need to refer to you about A.
Somebody else needs to make the motion, because I'm not Thursday.
Okay, that's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I could have a motion to accept A.
I'll make that motion.
Brian, will you second it?
Yeah.
You have it, Mary Jane, Gina?
Mhm.
Okay, may I have roll call?
Trustee Alward,
Aye.
trustee Ramus,
Aye.
trustee DeSalvo,
Abstain.
Mayor D'Onofrio.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you, Jim.
Don't want to get another letter.
Or letters. It's those anonymous ones that bother me. Okay, almost done here. I need a motion from a trustee, after review, the previous adopted written investment policy be continued. Is there a motion? Motion by Brian, is there a second?
I'll second that.
May I have roll call?
Trustee Alward,
Aye.
trustee Ramus,
Aye.
trustee DeSalvo,
Abstain from that one, too.
Mayor D'Onofrio.
Aye, motion carries, thank you. May I have a motion, this is something that we've talked about a lot lately, the procurement policy. We've all read that a few times over the last year. So may I have a motion to continue the previously adopted procurement policy
So
be
moved.
continued? Motion by Jim, is there a second?
Second.
Brian, may I have roll call?
Trustee Alward,
Aye.
trustee Ramus,
Aye.
trustee DeSalvo,
Yes.
Mayor D'Onofrio.
Aye, motion carries. May I have a motion that the Village Hall will be closed at 1:00 p.m. in the afternoon on December the 24th, 2019?
So moved.
Motion by Jim, is there a second?
Second.
Brian, may I have roll call?
Trustee Alward,
Aye.
trustee Ramus,
Aye.
trustee DeSalvo,
Yes.
Mayor D'Onofrio.
Aye, motion carries. May I have a motion that the Village Hall recognize Lincoln's birthday, February the 12th, as a floating holiday for employees and remain open 8:30 to 4, Monday through Friday. So on Lincoln's birthday, we'll be open. Whether the employees downstairs is 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, but those that come in on that day will have a floating holiday to take.
So moved. Second.
May I have roll call?
Trustee Alward,
Aye.
trustee Ramus,
Aye.
trustee DeSalvo,
Yes.
Mayor D'Onofrio.
Aye, motion carries. Lastly, may I have an adjournment to the reorg?
So moved.
Motion, second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye. Yes.
Need 3 to say.
Well, we've been doing roll call all night.
I know, but you see, I don't have to do roll call. If you follow along with me,
Okay,
you'd
do
see
it again.
that.
Do it again. Do it again.
Okay, may I have a motion that we adjourn the reorg?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Good boys. We will turn the TV camera back on in 3 minutes for the 7 o'clock meeting.